Hey everybody, it's Jer. Hopefully you can hear me. I did a video yesterday and I don't know if you could hear me. I know my voice sounds different, but hopefully you can hear me. I am in front of a mall that is basically all shut down except for like a restaurant, and then over there there's like a Walmart. I don't know if it's a Supercenter or just a Walmart, but yeah. So I have decided, one, that YouTube and Twitter have become my psychotherapist, like where I'm going to go to talk about life. I don't know if this is a good plan or a bad plan, but at least I can just kind of have a release. Right now I'm out on a walk, and so I am at an Airbnb, staying at Airbnb, but it really stinks. I talked about it in yesterday's video. It smells like sulfur, which is kind of like a rotten egg smell. It's disgusting. And so I can't really do a video. I could do a video there, but there's an air conditioner in the room that runs constantly, and I don't know, I know how to shut it off, but I just don't know how it operates, so I don't want to shut it off and mess it up. And it's not mine, obviously, so I really can't, and it's just really noisy. And then plus the smell, so I can't really just do a video there. I can hardly just even stand this, sit in there. Hopefully this wind isn't picking up, because it's kind of windy. Hopefully you're just hearing wind. This keeps going down further. Anyway, I have decided that I am done with men. Absolutely 100% done with men. Which some people would probably say, oh, well, you're going through struggles anyway, like men should be the last to your worries. But I feel like, to me, probably one of the best times to meet a guy or meet someone and fall in love would be whenever you're struggling, because then at least you know that they would be there for you through the hard times and the good times. So, but the struggle with that is that people see it, it's not attractive to be going through a struggle. And then the people who are into it, like I'm not into, I wouldn't be into so far that I've met, because it almost feels like they're like, oh, you're having a struggling time, this is my perfect chance to get in with you. And no, like I just can't. No, that doesn't feel right. And so it feels like some people are more like predatory about it. Meanwhile, like I was close to somebody prior to all of this happening. My life I've been struggling, obviously, and I talk about it very openly. And for some people that's a turn off. And so someone that I was talking to, we were really close, like we were FaceTiming pretty frequently and talking, but then like he just kind of like fell off. And so I ended up, we had planned a FaceTime date, like to do a video date, and we planned that, and then like he never said anything else. So I was like, okay, cool. And then he just like, I texted him, I was like, when is it gonna be? And he was like, oh, I totally, like, I've gotten sidetracked, I have other things going on, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah, I'll make it up to you later tonight or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know, I just felt like I was just put on a back burner. So then what ended up happening was he just like all of a sudden like just stopped talking to me, and it was just it felt weird. And so I finally asked him, I was like, it felt like he had like a boyfriend or something else consuming his time. So I just finally just came out and asked, do you have a boyfriend? And then he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, wonderful. And I just don't understand. Like, I feel like whenever I'm interested in a guy and I start to show that, which is very rare actually, I don't get interested in guys that often. Like, I'm very particular, I'm very picky, and I want something that's right for me and for them. And so for me to actually show that to somebody, it takes a lot. And to me to just put down my barrier and be like, okay, let's go for this, like I'm going. And that's kind of how, like, we talked very frequently, but then finally, like, I was like, let's make it an official FaceTime date. And I thought, this is me kind of, taking a chance where I usually wouldn't. and then it just kind of backfired and blew up. And I feel like anytime that I get to that point where I take that chance, a lot of times guys then lose interest, and like it's like all of a sudden, like they, once I finally start showing that I like them back, or once I put in the actual effort to like date them or be more romantic, then it's gone and they don't have the interest anymore. And for that, it was really bad, because it was like we went from scheduling a date to him being in a relationship like within like a couple of days. And so I was just like, this sucks. It sucks a lot. Anyway, that person, they lasted in a relationship for a couple of weeks and then they broke up. And so I was just like, okay, so this guy that I was interested in, that I was falling for, was interested back, like we were interested in each other. That fell off. He ended up in a relationship with a guy, like giving up, basically willing to give up everything that we had for this other guy, and that relationship only lasted a couple weeks. And I'm just like, this sucks. Like, it makes my value, it makes me feel like it takes away from my value, and I don't want that. Like, I don't feel like that's good. And then other people who, like I said, are interested, they aren't necessarily my type, and they will push for it, but it feels like they're pushing for it just because they know that I'm in a bad place, and like it's like something they can take advantage of. And that just, it just doesn't feel good. Like, no, that's not. And so, and usually I'm more of the chaser. Whenever I finally get feelings for somebody and open up about that, I'm more like, I feel like we are either chasers or we're people that want to be chased. And usually, and this is not to put like gender stereotype or whatever, gender role, gender normality, what is it called? whenever gay guys are, I'm the man, you're the woman, like heteronormative. Like, this isn't to put a heteronormative on it, but a lot of times guys who are chasing are more tops, which is the case for me. Like, I actually talked on Twitter about this the other day, because I hated that people announce that they're tops, like, not left and right. Like, it's just annoying. Like, you don't need to tell everybody that you're a top or a bottom. But in this case, I have to kind of clarify on why I feel like I'm a chaser, is that, yeah, is because of that. And so I don't really like I don't really like it when guys chase me or put in a lot of effort to try to get me, because I want to be the person that's pursuing. And then I also want that person to be somebody that I'm into. Like I said, I'm very picky. So, long story shorter, I've just decided that I'm done with guys for right now. I'm going to focus on writing. I'm going to focus on storytelling, YouTube videos, getting a novel done. Like, I've been working on an outline for it. I haven't done any writing as far as like writing, but I'm working on an outline for it. Basically, I think it's an outline. Maybe it's not, but like bullet points of how I want the story to be and different things that I want in it and that are important to me. So hopefully that goes well. Since I put this back in, I can't like hear anything, so hopefully you can hear. Yeah. And I did this all in front of a Bed Bath & Beyond like wedding registry thing. But I'm done. I am so done. Like, with, you know, if it happens, it's gonna have to be like an explosion for it to happen, because I don't want it right now. I'm gonna focus on the things I love, which is storytelling, and not even put in effort with guys, because I just can't. And then the guys on like Twitter, which is where I spend like a decent amount of time, they are non-stop posting pictures and trying to get attention from strangers. And I don't, like, nothing against that, and I used to do that a lot, but it makes a person, to me, less attractive, because it is almost like they're lacking something, and they're on Twitter like searching for that. And so they're like searching for attention, and I just don't it's not attractive to me. Like, if you have to be shirtless or showing off your naked body to get attention, great, do that, but that's not what I'm looking for in a life partner. And I haven't been doing that, and I'm not ever going to do it. At least I'm not going to try not to ever do that. I would rather just pictures that tell stories. Like, I don't mind posting selfies, but it has to have a story of some sort to go with it. So yeah, there's that. Thank you for the session. Okay, I love you all. Thank you for putting up with the mask, and thank you for wearing mask. If you're wearing mask, please continue to do so. It's important for your health and the health of others. Okay, I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.